In today's guide, I will teach you guys everything you need to know about Kayle all in one video. I will explain the best runes and builds, the best skill order and summoner spells, as well as the combos and an educational gameplay where I explain the entire early game and so much more. Let's get started with the runes first. The first rune page is Lethal Tempo with Alacrity and Last Stand. Lethal Tempo is currently the main rune page for Kayle. This page allows you to scale and it allows you to play aggressive in the early game. The second rune page is exactly the same, but this time we have Cut Down instead of Last Stand. If you play against tanky opponents, Cut Down is going to do a lot better. The third rune page is Fleet with Alacrity. If you play against a difficult matchup, I highly recommend this one instead, as you'll have much more sustain and you'll have the ability to position much better. The fourth rune page is PDA with Alacrity. This page allows you to deal the maximum amount of damage possible in a short amount of time, and it's a great alternative for the Lethal Tempo rune page. As for the secondary rune page, we have Bone Plating with Overgrowth. Overgrowth allows you to scale, and Bone Plating counters melee matchups, which will make you a lot stronger in 1v1s. We've also got Second Wind with Overgrowth. I highly recommend this one versus ranged matchups, as Second Wind will always make you heal every time you take damage. As for the bonus stats, you always want to take 1 point into attack speed, another point into adaptive, and then another point into HP scaling. Now let's talk about Kayle's builds next. For the starter items, you always want to take a Dawn's Ring as the default setup for Kayle. However, if you want slightly stronger early game, I highly recommend Dawn's Blade instead. For the boots, Berserker's Greaves is always the main choice. If you play against a matchup with tons of slows, I would then highly recommend Swiftness instead. For the builds, a Nash's Tooth Riftmaker Rabadon into Cosmic and Zania is fantastic if you want to scale and have high amounts of damage and specifically lots of HP. This build can easily be used every game, regardless of what you play against. The second build is Nash's Tooth Lichbane Rabadon into Shadow and Zania. This is easily the best build for burst and maximizing your damage. The third build is Nash's Tooth Zania Riftmaker into Rabadons and Cosmic. This build is perfect to counter very heavy AD enemy teams. The fourth build is Nash's Tooth Banshee Rabadons into Shadow and Lichbane. If you're playing against a heavy AP enemy team, Banshee will do great to counter them all. We've also got a few extra items. Rage Blade simply provides more damage and it combines very well with the Nash's Tooth. Rely simply adds more damage, more HP and more slows, and Void Staff is a great option to combine with Rabadons for maximizing damage. I've also made sure to add all these builds into one entire item set, and I've shared it on my Discord server. Make sure to check it out after the video. For the skill order, you always want to max out your E first, then your Q, and then W into matchups that allow you to auto attack a lot. Otherwise, you always want to max out your Q first, then your E, and then your W. The Q allows you to get much better short trades, and it allows you to position much better. For the summoner spells, Ghost and Flash is recommended versus champions with high mobility. You also want to take it for much easier kiting in 1v1s and team fights for positioning. TP and Flash is the second option, and this is also the standard way to play Kayle. This will make your early game much easier to play out, and you'll have a very strong mid late game. Next, we have the combos for Kayle. Kayle doesn't really have any specific great combos, but there's at least two combos that matter a little bit. The first combo is Q into auto attack and then E afterwards. It's important you auto attack before casting E because this adds a lot more damage to your short trade. The second combo is Q into E. This is basically the same but without the auto attack. I only recommend doing this if it allows you to take no damage in return at all, or when you simply have no choice. Now with everything said, let's get into an educational Kayle gameplay, and I'll teach you guys exactly on how to play the early game and so much more. Alright guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today let's get playing some Kayle top lane. We're running into the set matchup today, which is actually a bit of a weird matchup, to say the least. For runes, we've got the Lethal Tempo page, we've got Absorb Life, Alacrity, we've got Last Stand, Bone Plate, and Overgrowth. We've also got D-Ring because I don't need Dawn's Blade here for snowballing the early game that much. It's set after all. His level 1 to level 6 is going to be a bit of a disaster, but we will outscale him. Alright, we're going to choose to play this one safely. So, in general, this is a bit of a weird matchup because if we put any damage on set, he's going to be able to reflect the damage with W. On top of that, his melee range is obviously like way better. if he gets a stone off against me, he can also follow up with an ultimate. So everything is just terrible about the matchup. We do have the Ghost and Flash, and I've done that because if I have an extra summoner spell for kiting him, this matchup actually becomes incredibly easy. So that means that we do have to play a bit more safe. If you have TP and Flash, it's way easier to play because if you make one mistake, or just surviving in general, like TP is going to allow you to live. Where if you run Ghost and Flash in this matchup, if you get caught one time, you have to go all the way back. But yeah, we're going to just play this part safe. We're going to try and avoid the set stun specifically. I think I might possibly go with the Q max. I'm not really thinking about the E max that much. Yep, there it is. And he's going to reflect the damage here. So one way how you can counter that is by trying to sidestep it as fast as you can. But a really good set player will consistently hit it. Maybe not the center. Really depends. Okay, seems like he's going to walk away. I think as many as we can here. He might possibly go for a reset. Yeah, we're gonna put some points in my queue, and then afterwards we will go for E. You can technically go for the matchup, go for the E max as well, and then Q afterwards. Ooh, seems like he's backing. He's getting items. You will submit for judgment. So this is where things will get like the most challenging, because he's gonna come back to the lane with item advantage, and that's gonna make my lane like an absolute disaster. Yep, there it is. I'm gonna try not to cast anything on him. This might be a kill, actually. Yep, there you go. Switches out. He made a terrible mistake getting on our tower. There is a Warwick effect on me. So unfortunately, we don't get to shove this out any further. Let's talk about items right now. So we're going to be building into a Berserker's Greaves. This is absolutely top priority in 90% of the matchups, okay? In general, what you need to know is when you buy items, Berserker's Greaves is generally the best item you can go for, because this allows you to position better, allowing to kite better. Everything is greatly improved going for this item. You can ignore boots in very easy matchups where kiting is not really necessary, and you can go into National Suit instant. And that is like really good, because if you ignore boots, you get the National Suit faster, and that means you scale faster, right? You should know that Kayle is a champion that is super weak early game and then super broken in the mid late game. She's one of the best mid late game champions in the entire game. By far. Anyone abetting criminal activity will be found and judged. Okay, we just need one more level and then we can finally have ranged autos. Wow. What? For real? I'm not really trying to trade him too much at the moment, because I know that if I trade him a couple times, he's going to reflect that damage on me if he hits W properly. But yeah, things are looking good. It's actually trying to auto it. Okay. Now we can start kiting. It's okay. He can hit the damage, but we're unfortunately being ganked by Katarina right now. He's probably dead too. Yep. Oh, he survived with W. Not bad at all. Okay, we've got the Katarina at least. Wouldn't really say that that's worth it, because the wave will get on our tower right now, and that's going to be a bit of a disaster. But I did get the Katarina at least. I was hoping I would get both, actually. Yeah, it's on our tower. He's going for my plates. I think I might cancel the backboard. That would be insanely good value for me if I can cancel this backboard. In fact, I think I might actually kill him here. Nah, never mind. McHugh didn't connect. I need to figure out a way to cancel the backport. If he backports now, what happens is that he's gonna get items back, and that's gonna make my lane miserable. If he doesn't go back to base, he won't be able to... I'm getting ganked again. I need ganks. This is not very good, because we've got Zed in a position right now where I can easily beat him. Okay, Warwick is also top lane, but they both walk away. No W. Seems like Warwick is passing the other direction. So now's the time to take over the lane. Okay, we just push again. It's okay if he gets away, that's fine. If he gets away, then it's totally okay. I hope that my jungler is not going to take plates away from me, because I kind of need them. I'll force the wave in, get the gold, and then we run out. Nice. Alright, so, most importantly, early game, it's nice if you get kills, and you're likely going to get kills if you play very well at level 6 with the auto range. A lot of top laners are getting countered by anything that is ranged, including Zed himself. You do need to know that it's okay if you don't get kills and you only get like XP advantages or just anything really. Once you hit level 11, you pretty much outscale everybody in the game. Level 11 is super OP on Kayle. It's like an auto win if you get level 11. I think I might wait for the plate to go down so it's gonna lose. I'm just gonna try and be as slow as I can with kiting. Yep, got it. Let's see here. I'm gonna place a ward down. There you go. I think he's rotating, but he could also be in the bush. Could have had that one, by the way. Seems like he is backing off. Yep, we're getting free plates. Apparently, I think I'm being ganked. Yep, I'm being ganked again. I've lost count, really. I keep walking back and not connecting my Q, because if I turn for my Q, he actually has the possibility to hit his own stun on me. So I keep walking back. I used the wave to reach out more with my Q.
Surrender and be judged. An enemy has been slain.
And remember, we only got 2 points in my E so far. So things will get a lot more fun. Fix it on my cannon. Again, remember he can flash and stun.
The distinctive aroma of law-breaking garbage.
Try not to get caught by the tower. Oh, there it is. I win. Didn't have to flash that. That was troll. I had somehow in my brain that his W would actually hit after my ult has already landed, but that was unrealistic. That was very bad. Okay, we officially got my item now. I'm not going to go for the wave. This wave is slightly centered to the right side, which means it's going to start bouncing in my direction, which means that Zed's going to lose the farm. I'm not going to go for that wave. I won't do this. It's not worth for me. I just need to go back to base, get my Nash's Tooth as fast as possible, then walk back to the lane. Now we start like hard winning the game because we've got Nash's Tooth, and on top of that, we are about to hit my level 11, which gives us the massive power spike.
Fall in line.
Wow, the brighter ultimate connector from the base. Nice. Really good.
It's us versus them. Don't be them.
Yep. He's in for a bad time. It's okay if that hits. Doesn't matter. And we've got him. This is the power of playing with the some spells that I've got now. Gives you the ability to do this. Let's take the next wave. We're going to be going for the burst build, which means we're going to go for the Lich Bane next. Got the final plates here, I'll just force it. Actually didn't get it. And Warwick is on the way, so we're having a bit of fun now. I'll run back here. He actually connected it. I'll use my potion, so I have the biggest chance of survive. And there's also Katarina. 3 people top lane right now. I've been getting permacamped the entire match. I'm surprised how well it's going. Still holding on to this game somehow. Okay, let's get into the burst build. I'll go for this one for now because I think it's way better for me to have movement speed percentage than it is to have like Sheen proc or even this. I would have gone for this totally if I had the value for that, but I didn't have it, so. Okay, we are level 11, so that makes a very big difference. So massive fight on bot lane. I do not have TP this game, so that's no option for me. See if I can get the tower down, because he's not here currently. He's on the way back. There's no Warwick, Katarina. They're both on the team fight in bot lane, so this is free for me. I'll walk away. I would like to continue pushing forward, but I need to figure out where he is. Going like in the bunch is a terrible idea. Definitely getting the vision away. This is a really good rotation because Zed is right on my back, which means I'll get there first, and that's going to make the team fight way more winnable. And again, I'm trolling. I could have had that way easier, by the way. Could have had like an auto E. Didn't go as smoothly. Tower's ours too. Nice. And it also has this camp. I could have had like an auto E, which would have definitely like got rid of Katarina for sure. It's alright. I've got ult ready.
I am the death sentence.
Let's push this part out. There could be a set here, but I'm willing to take the risk because I've got Soraka here. I'll get a little bit more close range when I typically do for the ability from Yumi. So it's okay if I get hit here. And then I'll run. I need to keep kiting. I don't know what I'm doing this game, man. My Qs are so bad. My Q fly to the right side, man. There's a couple of things in this game that I'm so disappointed about. Like the auto E on the Katarina just failed. My Q, I accidentally throw it to the right side, man. What a joke. This could have been such an easy fight, by the way. Just have to connect my Q properly. It's fine, whatever. Alright, let's go for blue trinket. The next thing we're gonna do is we go Ravenous, and then afterwards we go Shadow. And this is gonna provide like an amazing burst build. I'll go mid lane first. I actually kind of prefer to be on the side lanes, but currently we've got Veigar there.
We can do this the easy way, or mine.
Yep, they're not there. I'll take the camp before they do. That's the main reason for taking it. Also, there's nothing else to take on the map right now. I'm kind of staying in mid lane for a couple of reasons. Mainly because there's objective spawning in a little bit. Let's pick up this one too. I'm pretty sure that Warwick doesn't have. Yep, more jungle camps for me. I'll take that.
Will be
and then we pick up the wave again. Jungle will spawn in 50 seconds. Gotta be careful about Nautilus because he has like really hard CC on me. And then we walk away.
Minimum sentence, execution.
I really want to fight for the dragon, but I don't have my teammates anywhere nearby, so it might not be possible. All my teammates are like all across the map currently. This is probably not an option.
The only good outlaw is a dead
Very good. Yeah, we are going to lose that fight on the dragon despite getting a kill here, maybe, because we don't have my Soraka anywhere here.
You are in violation.
Yeah, this is looking terrible.
An ally has been slain.
Wasn't quite sure whether he was gonna live or not, so just in case, I'm pressing R. So one thing I want to say, mention about using your ultimate on Kayle is that you shouldn't always cast R on your teammate. Not always. It's not always the best idea to cast it every single time. You are a much more important target to ult than anybody else in the team, because you are the strongest of the team, especially in this game. And like, I'm super far ahead of my team, so it is not always the best idea to cast your R on your teammates. Sometimes it's better to just, you know, let them int. In moments like this, for example. It's good that we survived it. The Briar managed to survive. Nice. Let's push this out. And they go for a surrender straight away. Like, understandable. Like, we were about to get level 16. We were about to get, like, really strong, so that makes sense. Either way, this is Kayle Toplane. Thank you so much for watching today's Kayle video. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.